What's going on, YouTube? So this one edition is going to be Al Michaels versus Dick Enburg. Wow. If you are a football announcer geek and you love voices and you remember techniques, this is a heavyweight fight right here. They both were great at different intervals. Now, Al Michaels should pretty much consider hanging it up now because it just didn't sound so good lately. But in his peak and his prime, with his articulation and his vocabulary and his vibe, Al Michaels was on point. He definitely was one of the best to do it at a particular point. Uh, Many times he could carry anybody. He had that ego, but he had that coolness about him. The cat was on point with what he would say. Cat always kept a tan too. I don't know how he did it. Could be cold. He kept a tan and just was vibing like that. But he had a cool presentation. You know, like you were watching the football. Because if a cat can't articulate, it's bad. Or if he just read off of cue cards like Dennis Miller, I might do who was the worst one. So you never know, because that could come up. I might do that sometime soon. But Al Michaels was a pros in that booth. He could definitely hold his own. I liked the way he vibed. I thought he kept it real cool. And he really could like get into a game and break down the intricacies. And I thought that was a selling point to the utmost. That's one of the things that made him stand out. So had to give it to him. Now we get to Dick Enburg, and I even talked about him and Merle Olsen, but I'm gonna do those separate. But Dick Enburg had a real presence, a real passion, very charismatic on the microphone. So watch him on NBC, and he just his voice resonated. You really believe that once upon a time, these cats went to school to be articulate and they could actually enunciate and then also engage, but yet, pardon me, stay on the subject. Um, I like the totality of what he displayed, and I thought that he did an incredible job in different conditions. He really represented NBC. He was probably one of my favorite broadcasters on the whole network, just like Al Michaels with ABC. This is what makes this such a heavyweight because these cats were versatile. They had distinctive personalities, they had distinctive vibes, and they represented the company. It's like they were like top dogs in the companies. Like you sat there and you could understand where you had to go through them and what they embodied. So it's a situation where I hold these kind of cats in high regard. They definitely made my football watching on Sunday and Monday memorable and worthy because a good announcer was just as good as a good game. I kid you not. Kid you not. They went hand in hand. It was like putting a piece to putting the pages to a book. I'm telling you, introduction, how you look at it. So who do I got out of Al Michaels and Dick Enberg if I had to pick? And I'm watching just to listen and the vibe. It's close. When I get to these points, they're always close, usually, because there's things that I tend to like more. I thought Michaels was very cool, had a cool, calm vibe about it. But Dick Enberg, he just had that kind of stern, but yet it was in balance, and I liked his humor. So I got to give Enberg a slight edge out the two. But I dug them both a great deal. Two knowledgeable cats, um, two cats that definitely left a lasting mark. And if you're a football fan, you want to watch the announcement just alone in terms of how it hit you and so on and so forth. These are two of the best to do it. So I'm gonna say that I dig them both, but I give a slight edge to Dick Enberg. But you can't go wrong either way. I think they both were top of the line. By the way, please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay real, stay woke. I'm out. Peace.